Right, yo, boys, today's trade, Thursday. Just keep in mind, boys, before this trade, I've literally got my eyes fucking zapped this morning. I'm blind. I'm literally blurry. Everything is blurry to me. I've traded blurry today. I still, I'm not even taking a piss, cannot see what my take profit is today, like how much I've made. I can see the green box, I can see the blur. So I've just got my eyes dilated because I'm getting laser eye surgery next Friday. And it's got to a point where they put some drops in my eyes and I literally, and I mean literally, can barely see a thing. Like, I can make out blurs and shapes and stuff. So when I trade in about, I can't even see the time, whatever that time is, it's going to be an interesting one. I may have to take my first ever day off of trading since January the 6th last year, which would be so annoying. And imagine if the market just flies. Oh, bro. That's facts. Gone. But yo, also, if anyone has had laser eye surgery that follows me on here, drop me a DM and tell me how it went. Because I get it next Friday and I'm interested. And also the DMs I have right now, I can't see shit. Like, close up, I cannot see a thing. I can kind of see far. But yo, can't wait to get my eyes done because, brother, I'm blind. And I won't have to wear glasses ever again. Well, for like 20 years anyway, so. And you know what? I'm going to tell y'all and say what y'all are thinking. When I wear glasses, when I'm trading, in my trade videos, I look like a fucking lesbian, bruv. I literally look butch as it gets. I look like I'm going to go cut a tree down after I've traded and become a lumberjack, bruv. Like, you ain't got to think it. I'll just say it. So, yeah, I look clapped in glasses, so I would love to not have to wear glasses. Honestly, come on, the boys. So today's trade, as you can see, market opened. Nasdaq took a dump. I didn't actually get in that. It ended up reversing. I entered US 30 shorts. As you can see, this came down to a 1 to 2. I'm holding up for 1 to 3 personally. Ended up breaking even on that. As I was in break even though, I actually tried to enter this buy because, I mean, if you go to the 15, this was an A plus setup, bruv. A plus, massive fucking wick. Again, I can't see how many pips or points it is because I can't read the small writing. Left a beautiful fucking wick, pushed up with volume. So whilst I was in the US 30 trade, I literally tried to get in these buys. The margin on the account did not allow me to do it. Then took a fucking reversal on US 30. I took a reversal on US 30, waited for a closure. Waiting for this to push up. It never really came. I was like, oh, fuck's sake. And then I just at the point where I was like, you know what? Anyone been watching JJ Simon? Shout out to JJ Simon real quick. This guy, honestly, smart as fuck. If, like, you should watch anyone, smart motherfucker, unique kid. I've been watching his videos and I was like, you know what? Let me see if this is going to work. So I took a reversion down to fucking fair price, whatever he calls it, right? So basically, the breakout, he'll have taken a continuation trade like we do, but at the closure of the first 1 minute candle, and he trades on the 1 minute, and I was like, you know what? I noticed it, I spotted it. I was like, this is some solid like consolidation, and then there was break of structure, and I was like, why the fuck not? So I took it, and it ended up dumping and played out. Let me disclaimer real quick. One, I won't be taking this trade tomorrow, and I won't be doing these things again, but I just sent it because why the fuck not? Got a few tools in my arsenal these days. Breakouts, reversals, all this shit. If some of you man can use LGBT gaps, well, I can use a fucking reversion or something. You know what I'm saying? Break a structure, back down to fair price. Fair price is what JJ basically talks about as if he believes fair price is what market price is prior to the market open, essentially. So market usually always comes back, reverse all the way back down to fair price more time than not. But I didn't record today's trade. Like a bell end. I thought I had it on record. I'm not going to record. So I'm going to play yesterday's trade because I didn't post it yesterday. US days already breaking. Sick. Alright, Nasdaq's broken above.
Order filled.
Right, taking buys on the Nasdaq. Pretty early, but we got 2 trades in the tank, so it's all good. US30 was already breaking pre-market. Right, we're up at a 1-to-1. See if we can push. The reason why I've taken this quite early is because we do have a lot of space to fill. We had this massive drop off this morning at 9:30 for some reason. And there we go. Keep on pushing. And it's just reversing. See if it can hold above. Go on to the 1 minute for you lot. So we broke and we've got a retest on the 1 minute, which is a good sign. Just sit. Come on. There we go. There we go. Beautiful push. 1 to 2. Go on. 1500.
Order
Boom.
filled.
You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. But yeah, that was a lovely trade, that. So today's trade, we was in that shit for 1 minute and 49 seconds. 1 to 3, 1.5k. Now, one thing I do want to mention about today, actually, is I did go a little bit wider on my stop loss. As you can see here, it's a 30-point stop. For the past however many months, I've been using 25. I don't know why, but I have been feeling a little bit more comfortable at 30, so I've decided to go with 30. And I don't know, I think it's a psychology thing, because when I go to 25, it just looks a little too tight. I like to have that little bit breathing room. It compensates also for with a late entry. Also compensates for slippage. Even though it's futures, when it's high volume in NASDAQ, you can still obviously get slippage. And I don't know, it just makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. My camera's about to die. But besides that, good shit. So overall, both trades today. So we got NASDAQ for the 1 to 3 for New York session. And then this morning for London session, 1 to 3 on France 40. So again, going back to my P&L, I'm not using this P&L no more. I'm getting a lot more defined, I would say, on exactly what it is that I'm going to be risking, and my percentages and my probabilities and everything that I need to know to give me as much data as possible, to give me as much confidence as possible when trading in future. So as you can see here, I have a London session and a New York session. So this is going to be me now tracking the week for New York. And I want to get really disciplined with tracking this shit. I'm going for 1 to 3s, not 1 to 2s. The reason why I'm going for 1 to 3s is because on losing days, if I lose 2 trades in back-to-back, that's a -2R. So I'd rather on my winning days, I'm +3, meaning I'm always up front, rather than just break-even trading. So that's kind of the reason behind that.